message about the black powder shit was a sting. I think it was a sting.
Okay, I'm gonna go away.
Oh, okay.
Probably, man. It just seems such a weird thing to ask.
I don't know, and like, but even like, let's say that you answered the question and you answered the question in error.
Door knocks down.
Are you going to? Yeah, like are they gonna?
And like, yeah, we're just gonna tell them
immediately
the
shoot our
answer,
dogs?
I guess, right? Are we live? We're unsure.
It says it is.
Help us help you.
I don't have anything here saying that I'm live. We are live. I keep refreshing my...
See, now I got a thing. TFP is live now.
You did?
Oh,
I just
good.
got a thing. What's that?
We're getting so throttled though.
Oh, there we go.
We're getting throttled.
Throttled.
Do we have sound?
There we are. Waiting for live video signal. Share.
All the technology.
So many technological advances have been made.
And that number just keeps going up. 45, 46.
Yeah.
Just says waiting for live video signal. Well, Wesley says hi. Okay.
Hey, what's up, guys? So apparently we
Maybe
have
they can
sound.
hear us?
It seems like.
Hello, everybody.
What's up, guys? Good
Is
evening.
it cutting in and out? Is it cutting in and out? Can you tell us?
We're having some difficulty with the sound now, so if somebody
Technology's
could just let us know that you guys can hear us, that would really help us out a lot.
It says keeps saying waiting for live video signal, but it's only very short.
Right. Well, that could.
It's not as long as it was last week.
We're just getting like dropped hard though.
Seriously.
Yeah.
On my point of view, like
Chad Zello says no volume.
Yeah.
Keep saying interrupted.
Yeah,
Glitches and freezing.
We're getting throttled bad.
Very skippy.
that's what it looks like for me.
I hate to say, like, whenever it's wet. Remember? Like, our internet has always sucked. And, like, it's just... That junction box is sitting in a pool of water.
I see your hearts, Wesley.
That's really nice, buddy.
Little cutie man.
I don't know what to do.
Very skippy glitches and.
Well, it hasn't done it.
But there's no audio, right?
Can you guys hear us?
Well, it says glitches and freezing, very skippy. I haven't seen any commentary on the audio.
Live, but
Now
it
it's
keeps
fine,
pausing.
but it's gonna be fine for a few minutes, if that, seconds.
Yeah, that number is like in the 80s. It's ridiculous over there.
This is going down.
Sounds good.
Okay, the sound is
Walker.
quality. That's good.
You're half live and half frozen. Okay, I've got a
Sounds
couple
about right.
people saying that we're good.
All right. Well,
On
let's just see what we can do with it, and you know,
Cable's being bad. You triggered me so hard.
give the people what they came to see, because we got some good viewership going right now. Guys, thank you so much for
50 viewers, yeah.
Yeah.
Hello.
Josh has got his beer.
Cheers.
Brandon's gonna come pop back over here.
Cheers, everyone.
Hi.
What's up, fellas?
I was here the whole time.
He's been here all along. Okay, so real quick business, right? We got to talk about the sponsor.
Yes.
Right? We wanna make
Yes.
sure
Let's get our amazing sponsors.
We
to
have
take care of
100%
sponsors.
front load those guys because they pay the bills, right? So, Beyond Driven Fitness and Performance in Leroy on Main Street, guys. You know the deal, right? Genesee County's finest establishment for all your fitness needs. They've got your CrossFit, they've got your spin, they've got 24/7 access for the members. They've got programming for student athletes of various age groups and things like that. And you guys should really check them out. Very affordable. I saw their student rate recently is like
that's
ridiculous. Cool. They have a special rate for students. So those of you who are in college and everything, don't have a lot of money, whatever, they will help you out. So that's very good. And then our other friends over at Arms Preservation Inc., another great local small business. They make various product lines, various bags for your storage needs, whether it's ammunition, whether it's your firearms, your AR pattern rifles, whether it's a handgun, right? Whether it's grandpa's shotgun, whatever it is.
Yeah.
You can put all of your bags into all your bags. Put all of your firearms into an appropriately sized package and keep it safe with the vapor corrosion inhibitor technology.
Yeah. Local guys, locally made.
Local guys, locally made. Super good product as far as durability, right? That Velcro on
very
there
tough. Yeah.
is incredible. So you guys should check them out as well.
It's awesome too. Like, some people think the only use for that is burying something in the backyard, and it's like, man, if you get to the point where some of us, like, you get that safe, you know, you buy a 10 gun safe, you buy a 20 gun safe, they never fit 10 guns or 20 guns. It's like half of that usually. And you don't want your stuff getting banged into each other or whatever. Maybe you got, like you said, Grandpa's gun, or some guns maybe you only bring it out during hunting season, or whatever the case may be. Maybe a milsurp. You can put those in there, and then you can kind of stack them one on top of each other in a way where you will get full use of that safe. So
Correct.
I like them, not just for, you know, the thought of burying them out in the backyard, which is where a lot of people's head goes. And they're great. They are great for that. Don't get me wrong.
Sure, I would absolutely recommend that particular product for that use. But to your point with your use case, I think in the gun safe, definitely applicable, especially because like some of the older products, don't want to name any names or disparage anybody, but you know, you put your guns inside of basically a sock.
Sure.
And it actually retains a lot of moisture on the finish of the gun and around the stock and the action and various stuff. You know.
Yeah.
You don't want to get something that could actually make rust more likely.
Sure.
So.
Yeah, very, very good guys. Very good products.
100%.
Yep. Love them both. We love our sponsors.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you guys very much.
Make sure you check them out.
Our favorite.
Did you link him in the chat there?
Oh, yeah.
Jamie? Yeah, Ty.
Yep.
Sorry.
Jamie.
Pull that up.
I did.
J-Ty.
Look at him. There he
Oh,
is.
America.
Ah, so
Looking
cool.
Everyone's favorite
Awesome.
redhead.
It's so cool. It's crazy. Ty, go back to your view. That's crazy that flag, it doesn't look, I mean, it looks pretty big. That's an 8x12. That's what we fly on the new flagpole.
Is it
TFP?
really?
That's the one. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. That was the first one. It started to tatter, and I wanted to replace it before it started getting too bad. It lasted about a good 6 months, which is what they said it would
That's
last.
what they said,
so-
yeah. It looks
Yeah.
massive.
Right. Oh, when it's up there, you're like, oh, it's like a normal 3x5, like maybe a 4x6, but no, that's a 8x12. It's a big,
That's
it's a
awesome.
grand old flag.
Indeed.
A high-flying flag.
So we're doing well as far as the stream. It's stable. We have a lot of viewers who
Yes.
want to get into that.
Let's do it.
News.
Let's do it.
All right.
So, you know, times they are a changin', right? And
Bob Dylan once wrote.
we opened in 2014 for business, but the firing pin story starts a little bit, you know, earlier than that. And as most of you know, Josh, Mr. Hawkins over there, has been with us since the very, very, very beginning. Literally was here when this was nothing but a farm field. Helped use that golden shovel that you can't see, but well, it's up there. Built the very room, the garage that we're standing in, the firing pin, has been here since the beginning. And it was one of those things I knew that he wouldn't be with us for forever. You know, obviously, I would have loved that. I had no reason that I would get rid of him. Obviously, he's always been fantastic, but the time has come, you know, for him to move on and go to other opportunities, and we're gonna miss him. You know, it's been quite a journey. You know, we're just some dumb college kids, didn't know thought we knew everything. Obviously, I distinctly remember working here, like building this place, and you know, it's a construction project, so you have a pretty, you know, maybe not 100% clear goal of like every step of how we're gonna get there, but like, you know, at the end, it's like, okay, the building's done. At the you know, at some point, you're gonna hammer in that last nail. You're going to get to a point where like, okay, we're done. And when we were getting close to that, it was like, oh man, like we're almost done. Like we're getting to that finish line. And then there's that realization of like, we're not getting to the finish line. Like we've been driving to the race the whole time.
Right.
Like we haven't even gotten to the race yet. The race is running the business now. Like the construction part is easy because there was that roadmap. We knew, you know, at the end of the day, we got to have roughly this, you know, and maybe we didn't know every day how we were going to get there, but we at least had that, you know, we knew what a building looked like. You know what I mean?
Seen one on TV.
Yeah, right. I could drive around. That's one. Whereas with the business, you know, you're just flying blind every day, and especially back then, you know. And I'm sure some of you have been with us since that time, since 2014. You remember the store when it was completely empty. You know, bare walls. We had like 10 guns, and we've come a long way. But you know, it is time. I'm sure. You know, we've all faced that in our lives. You've got to make that choice. What's right? You know, for the family and for you and everything. And we're gonna be saying goodbye to Josh. Actually, tomorrow's your last day, right?
Yes.
So,
Very, very bittersweet.
yes. It is. It's one of those. Like I said, I mean, it feels like the store's like grown up together with you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it will definitely be different here without you. I know it'll be a lot less musical. I know it'll be hard, especially those first few days. I'm sure we won't be laughing quite as much. You bring a lot of laughter, a lot of joy, and I mean, the guys are going to step up their venison game.
Yeah.
That's been nice too.
Yeah.
That's been nice too.
Thank you, buddy.
No, come on. Tyler over there has worked up a little something, and whenever you're ready, buddy, why don't you play that?
God, I'm so nervous. I'm so nervous for this.
All right. Guys, let me know if you can hear it. Let me know how the audio is. I can't really see for now, so I'm going to have one of you guys kind of watch and see what they say.
Yeah. What? Absolutely nothing.
I've never known him.
Real power of my shirt, obviously.
Talk about.
How we're holding hands.
Hi, everybody.
It's live from Saturday night. It's your virgin friend.
TFP.
Ooh. So, you may notice that I chose very carefully a beer to match my outfit, because I love America.
For sure.
And I love to light off fireworks and drink beer and eat barbecue food. So, I already popped my beer. I'm going to have to make the sound.
We should be live.
Every time. Is the mic on?
Yeah.
Turn the fucking mic on. Okay, cool. Welcome to another TFP weekly Thursday night live stream. I'm Josh.
Suck it to me, baby, one more time. To the window, to the wall, until the sweat drops down.
That's just a normal shirt with no other special features or quirks or features. What?
Lady Liberty is so kind as to hold my beer so I can do other things.
Special guest here for tonight. You want to introduce?
Good Lord.
He comes out of nowhere, bro.
That's the second time he has bamboozled me. This is Bratrick.
I say it again. Be careful of him. He didn't do Title IX. So
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He's a shiesty fella.
You can't see his hands, but I can assure you they are
Yeah, I'm keeping an eye on them.
doing things.
I'll hit him on the nose with some newspaper if he does anything.
Bratrick is our substitute for Pat and Brett. As you've noticed, this is not a bottle of wine.
Yeah, let's talk about
It is a beer. It is from Pat's favorite state,
Maine.
Maine.
For sure.
Maine Beer Company from Freeport, Maine.
Okay.
And
It's like the touristiest place in Maine.
this is a pale ale that is called Peeper.
Cool.
with everything, bud. I love you so much. Thank you for everything you've done for me for the almost decade I've known you. I love you, I love your family, and I just wish nothing but the best for both of you. Bye, buddy.
Love it.
Very good.
Love it.
Josh, what you drinking, buddy?
Got a Southern Tier, 2 experimental, West Coast style double IPA.
Wow.
That is way too many words.
I was going to say the more words you know, the more better.
Yeah.
It's gotta be.
8.2%.
Okay.
Wow.
Bold, dynamic, and extraordinary.
Just like you.
I got a Southern. Thanks, dude. Nicest thing anybody said to me all day.
Oh, didn't see you there. Josh. And whoever else is watching me. Hey, for those of you who don't know, I'm Joe. I'm going to be taking over Josh's new spot, unfortunately, because we are losing him. I'm sure wherever he's going, he's going to do an excellent job. And we love you so much, buddy. I love you even more. And we're going to miss you.
Thanks, Josh, for all the great times that we've had together, working together, and all the craziness that we've been through, and gonna miss you. Take care, bud.
Just a little something
Man.
Ty whipped up, you know.
Just a little
just a little something. It took him like 45 minutes, maybe. So
you know, we're coming.
we need
Somebody cutting onions in here.
we need to do an edit to that though. When the guys gave their little personal messages, we have to have have a mashup where it shows like me like off camera, like say nice things, say nice things about Josh. Like the video. Can we pull Brian's video back up? Where was he? Where was
please.
Brian when he recorded that? Is he in some Serbian
be at
prison? Okay, yeah. Oh, okay.
In the basement.
those two-
probably. Well, his
It's
room
the
is
same
under
picture.
the stairs.
It's the same picture.
I believe his room is under the staircase. Wow, that was incredible. Thank you all for that. I would also like to say thank you to all of you in this room, especially and all of you guys out there watching in Facebook land. Thank you so much for supporting all of us over the past 10 years. It has been an adventure of a lifetime for me. I've learned a lot. I've met a lot of really cool people. Had a lot of fun here. Laughed, cried here. This will always be home. The coolest part though about everything was that I got to do it all with my friends.
Aww.
So I love you guys. I always will. Came into this job as a hobbyist, I would say, and I would like to consider myself leaving it as a professional. Just from interacting with all of you has made me a better human being. So you guys know I will always be around. I'm not going to disappear for sure. So yeah, it's just super bittersweet, but it's just like you said earlier, it's just one of those things where you come to some kind of crossroads and gotta end up making the choice that's right for your family. So that's what I ended up doing, trying to leave on as good of terms as humanly possible, obviously, and I am. So yeah, that's all I have to say about that.
That's all I got to say about that.
Tomorrow's my last day, so if anybody wants to come in, say hi. I'll be here all day, 9 to 7. So now that the Band-Aid's off, let's have a good stream.
Do a shot?
Yeah,
Oh, we should have gotten shots.
Social. Social.
I am definitely looking forward to just being your friend again.
Sure.
Like we were friends before the firing pin.
Since we were 15,
since our Catholic confirmation class.
Yes. A lot of people may not know
that's
where we
confirmation
met.
retreat. Yeah. And then after that, we were just like, we both knew we liked shooting, and then I can't remember who asked who out first, but one of us was like, hey, you just want to go shooting together? And we were like, yeah, fuck yeah. And we met up, we went shooting.
That was how I concealed the word date in the word shooting. Like, would you like to go on a shooting date with me?
It's fun. It's fun.
Yes.
Yeah, but that is one of the biggest struggles, I think. And we all have it. You, Josh, as a manager, I know you have it. Everybody here is your friend. Everybody here, we're all buddies. So it's very hard, when not that you fuck up, but it's like, if there's every business, there's things that need to be discussed.
Oh,
it's always hard. So
yes,
I am looking forward, to just being able to shoot the shit with you and just being your buddy again. So that'll be fun. Like you said, it's definitely bittersweet. I am happy for some of the guys to take on Tyler.
Yes,
he was kind of at a similar point where it's like, okay, like Brandon and the firing pin, like I love you guys, but I can't stay at a like retail job type salary position for forever. He wants to start a family. He's got things he's trying to do with his life and stuff. And now that Josh has passed on to the great beyond,
going through
the glass ceiling is broken.
The Rainbow Bridge.
Yeah, the Rainbow Bridge. Oh my God.
No, there's the one saying, all boats rise in a storm. I'd like to think that the, silver lining of me leaving is that it opened up, doors for other people. So
yeah. We're certainly not bringing anybody like new on that's going to like take things over. As Josiah said, he's going to pretty much take over. The dust hasn't really settled as far as everything goes, but yeah, sure. I know Josiah is going to be taking over. As running the ship, so to speak, on a day-to-day basis, and we've got a lot of exciting things in the works coming up, and you're still going to see Josh around. If you're in the gun industry, you're still going to see him around. We'll just put it that way. Do we have any questions? Who do we got? How many viewers do we still have? We got a lot.
We got some.
Yeah, 72.
Nice. That's good.
Very good.
What do we got? We got people saying...
Someone says, guy in the middle is like, this is weird.
No, a guy in the middle is just...
tired.
Taking it all in, and I'm a little sleepy, honestly.
Been working how many hours, like...
Oh, man, I don't even want to talk about it.
How many hours did you put in?
I don't even want to talk about it.
I started working about around 1:30 this morning, and I've been going ever since, so... Sorry, guys. But yeah, no, it's awesome, Josh, that you are going to still be local here, right? Like you're not moving away. So that's good. We'll still going to see you. And,
still going to come in.
Yeah, you'll still be hanging out. So it's, this is not goodbye by any stretch, right?
No.
And we got a good group of guys here that'll, pick up the slack. Mm-hmm. And life goes on, right? We will continue to do what we do, so... But you will be missed. And I did make a little video submission for Ty. Unfortunately, I didn't get it in time. No, you're all right, man. But I did say in there like you've been here since before I was here. You've been here the entire time that I was here. So now that you're not going to be here, it's going to be really different. And you've taught me a lot the whole time that we've worked together. And obviously, we've become really good friends and all of that stuff. So
Josh is the whole reason that we have you on. I remember Josh just being like, I took some classes, from some guy I know, like from high school, right? How did you know? How did you meet?
No, it's from here actually.
Yeah, we just met here. Pat was a regular. And
I was coming in here from early.
He had been trying to get in here.
I submitted
at least 3 times.
2 or 3 job applications.
At least 3 times, and then you know, it was one of those things where like I had swapped like sights on your Glocks like a bunch of times. Like we had worked together.
Came in for some AR
on like
stuff.
some trades, and you know I had sold you, you know, almost every gun that you bought.
The Colt and the Wyndham and
yeah.
stuff. Yep.
I think that's how almost every one of the staff members here.
It is. Yeah.
Like, we generally. I don't know. It's one of those things. Like, I mean, even you. Like, you left a resume and it didn't do anything. No, I don't think any resume ever has. Like, because you read them and they're all, you know, it's whatever. But then I met you, and it's like, oh, okay.
Right.
Pat, I had mentioned to Pat that I was thinking about taking a class with Frank and the guys, and I was like, you know, like, what do you know about them? Because I had just kind of found out about them. I knew that I wanted to do more than shoot a one hole group at, you know, like 7 yards.
For sure.
25 yards. Josh.
Yeah. Yeah.
I seen it.
And you know, like I knew that Pat had his own, you know, like training company, and I was like, hey, I've been thinking about taking, you know, a class with the guys over here. You know, like, what do you know about them? And like he had taken a class from them, and he was just like, well, you know, like I do that stuff too. Like, why don't you come out with me and I'll show you some stuff.
Yeah.
So, you know, like we went to Godfrey's. And Pat took off my pants.
Dude, it was so cold in
Is that the best kept secret in Genesee County? Is that it?
No, like
it was cold in the
we trained. It was right before your knee surgery. I remember.
How many times did you have to stop for the train?
I think only once that
just once.
day.
Yeah, just once.
But we almost had to stop because Josh busted his ass.
Yeah, I did fall. right on the ice. But
it was like the whole range was covered with a sheet of ice.
It was bad.
Oh, I bet.
But I after that day, I was like, man, the pin could really use Pat. So,
oh yeah,
you know, I talked to you about it. I was like, hey, we kind of need a guy that can float between counter and you know, help out John with, you know, like lessons and stuff, and bring our training department to the next level, which you brought all of us to a new level. I think the pin change, like you can see a definite change from when you came on here in all of us and in the pin as a whole.
Yeah, I think a lot of things like shifted, right, with the guys at the gun counter, the way that they kind of do stuff, the way that they kind of like, you know, are able to help people. Like the level of knowledge that they're able to bring when they help people has really increased, which is a great thing to see.
And a lot of that's not just because we listen to whatever you say.
No, of course not.
We generally don't, but no, we do.
I wouldn't.
But I do think that you just... you know, your methodology, I'll say, of like, you know, we're going to use it, we're going to run it, and we're going to just put it through its paces, and we're going to do some realistic drills, and it either works or it doesn't. You know,
well,
you can perform or you can't. Like,
that's to their credit. Like the guys have really like their understanding of like where they want to be, as far as like what they want to know, right, and like what standard they hold themselves to. Like it was like, wow. They want to get better at everything.
Sure.
So it's awesome. I love these guys.
What do we got over there as far as comments, questions? Got anything regarding Josh?
Of
course.
Yeah, I mean, lots.
Read them out.
I know you guys are also looking through the comments too, so if you see...
I don't. I'm not.
There's a bunch of people asking where I'm going. I'm not going to get into that here out of respect for the pin, but you know, I'm sure you'll find out in a month or so somehow. You know,
won't be a secret forever.
I am pursuing another opportunity.
How if you guys have any memories or things you want to share about us or Josh, please drop them in the comment. Just so, you know, Josh can look back and he knows you, he's going to remember you, but like there might be something you remember that Josh necessarily won't, because he does this day to day.
I will never forget. I want to say it was Freedom Weekend 2018. I could be wrong though. but we had invited a vendor out who we'd had on the shelf for a while. I don't want to get too specific because they're still around. But there was a local company that made a product, and we were like, oh, cool. Whenever that happens, we try to carry it, and we try to do our best with it. And it was a decent product. It worked. It was one of those where you had to do a lot of education with the customers because there's, a company that everybody knows and everybody's grandpa knew and everybody loves the smell of this product, no matter how you pronounce it. And it's just like that's who you go with. And so like to have a competitor come in, we can't sit there, we can't spend 20 minutes educating someone on a $5 part or a $6 part or $10 part, and a gun, we can, that's doable or whatever. But, we had the product, we would stock it, it was there, whatever. Anyways, so Freedom Weekend comes around, and they bring this whole thing, and Freedom Weekend is a big endeavor for us. That's our big thing. We are running around all day. There's so many little things that have to coordinate and
even
all that
like
to
the
happen.
day before.
Oh my gosh, it's a lot. So our vendors, it's kind of like you show up. Here's your spot. Do your thing, right? And we're super laid back. It's not like we're getting a tape measure out. Like you have a 10 by 10 area. And this is your. It's like no, bro, set up over there. Do your thing, right? So this vendor comes in, and they're setting up. Then they come into the store, and the guy's just like, he's just harumphing all around him, whatever. And he's like, I got to talk to you, and he just starts hassling me about their product and how we were displaying it, and just all these things. And I'm just, I'm like, look, man, we don't have time for this. We can address this afterwards. I sell your stuff. It's here. What more do you want, basically? And we're going back and forth. And then and he was like, I don't want to say berating me, I guess, but kind of he
had you cornered.
He did. And he was a big guy, and I'm not a small guy, but he was a big guy, and he was just and he was like, how are we supposed to sell our stuff if it's not in the store? You gotta sell our stuff. Yeah. And Josh just comes up, and he's like, yo, man. You don't talk to Brandon that way. Right. I can't remember. I don't think I said you don't talk to my boss that way. I think you said nobody talks to my Brandon that way.
I did.
That's my memory of it. Is no one talks to my Brandon that way.
I said you don't come in here to our store and tell us how to run our business.
Yeah.
And you don't talk to my Brandon that way.
They packed up and they left. Yeah. I'll never forget that.
They're like,
I always I
guess we're going home, and they brought 3 guys with them, and they had literally just finished setting up.
Oh. And he slammed. He had one of those drop down with the trailer with the
guess we're going home.
Sound like this, and he threw a bunch of shit in there. And I remember they slammed it shut.
Why did they need 3 guys for?
I don't know. To explain their product. That's how hard. That's how stupid it was.
Seems kind of counterintuitive to me.
It's definitely one of those products that takes more time. It's too unique.
Yeah.
The benefits.
It's a good idea.
Yeah.
Right.
But it's too unique.
And if it just
is it gonna be a bore snake and an old toothbrush? That's all you need.
Right.
Some of the stuff that people get wrapped around the axle about, especially when it comes to cleaning a gun, you're not. I can't get excited about it. I just can't get too excited.
There's a time and a place for that stuff too, and when we're having this moments before we open on our biggest event of the year is not the time or place to talk about shelf space,
and especially not to try and give you a hard time about we're not getting prime real estate or whatever.
Right.
It's our bit. What have you done for us? We're not even charging you to be here.
Right.
People are dicks.
And it's our business. You don't tell you don't walk into could you imagine going anywhere and telling somebody how to run their business?
Right. No.
I hope that I wouldn't.
See ya.
Yeah.
I hope that I wouldn't.
Well, somebody guessed what I was doing. So, yes, you are correct. I am starting an OnlyFans. But it's going to be called Only Dads.
I mean,
we wish you the best of luck on that.
Yeah.
You're gonna people make a lot of money.
Yeah. It's Only Dads.
You make a lot of money on that platform.
You're coming.
So
it's so hairy. It's
just
it's so much hair.
So much body hair.
Sasquatch
talking to April about some information I learned. Apparently, on the OnlyFans, you don't actually have to show skin if you don't want. It's for anything.
Oh yeah,
You know what I mean? Like
that's how it's.
if you, if you wanted to go, that's what I was gonna say. If you wanted to go on there and do like gun content or whatever,
Yeah, 100%.
you could totally do that, and you can charge pretty much whatever you want. Like
You don't even have to do it naked.
But like,
Right,
explain that
that's
to
what
your
I'm saying.
wife.
Yeah.
Like, I have an OnlyFans account for.
You want me to drill that third hole, baby?
Oh,
wow.
But yeah, yeah, and OnlyFans.
Your
like,
search history is just your own OnlyFans account, and like that just looks bad. Like,
Wow.
No,
Did
but
we
that-
ever upload a video to Pornhub? Like a firing pin one? Didn't we have that same conversation though?
You wanna
It's like same thing.
We
You can
should.
put whatever you want on Pornhub.
Yeah, it doesn't
like,
have to be porn.
yeah.
Like it's
I think
just a hub
live
of
stream
porn.
to Pornhub.
In Range TV, I think, used to put all their stuff on Pornhub for a while.
You want to see my selection of barrel links?
Any comments? Any questions we should be reading out?
Is Josh going to the music entertainment at Freedom Weekend going forward? We haven't started planning that, but
I definitely think that's a possibility.
Certainly
Yeah, I mean,
down. Yeah.
If, he,
I think
if
that
his
would be-
manager's open to that, we got to talk to the record label.
Certainly
You know.
down. Yeah.
Why
He's not on-
Then you don't have to run around and frickin'
I wouldn't be surprised if you saw me helping out.
Well,
you know,
it'll be summer,
at Freedom
so
Weekend.
that'll be when you do like your Australian and New Zealand tour.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah, you're always keeping up on my dates, man. You're always keeping up.
but you're still going to be playing.
I think you have to be vaxxed though, so
Yeah.
I might have to end up canceling
Please have
that.
your Excelsior pass.
Nope. Yeah. Do you have any gigs coming up?
No,
No.
I don't.
It's a weird time of year for that. kind of
Yeah.
stuff.
you don't
I
do that
wanted-
as much in the cold.
No, I wanted to get some. I want to start playing back at like Eli Fish again, or trying to. Well, I might have one at Smoking Eagle coming up. But
There was a
Play there
place you
sometimes.
played at in Albion.
39
opened-
Problems.
They opened back up.
They did open back
Yeah.
up, and I reached out to them. I
Nice.
was like, "Hey, I used to play here. Like,
Yeah.
I loved playing there because
That was a nice venue.
I really
Yeah.
loved playing there, because it was small enough for me, you know, as one guy,
Mm-hmm.
to just be, you know, like in the corner, and they had their own like sound system,
Oh,
and their own,
that's cool.
you know, like mixer with, you know, like PA and all that. So I didn't have to set up all my own shit.
Right.
That's cool.
All I did was
Yeah.
bring my
Bring your
mic
guitar
and my
and a
guitar
cord, yeah.
and plug it
Yeah.
right into the wall. It was perfect.
Yeah.
I loved it.
That's dope.
But the owner, Adam, got really sick of all of the COVID stuff and moved down to Tennessee, and now he's
Wow.
got his own little homestead, and he's doing great.
That's
Dope.
awesome.
I
Good
still
for him.
talk to him. But yeah, I reached out to them. I was like, hey, you know, like Adam used to hire me here. You can use him as a reference. You know, I'd love to play here
Sure.
again when you guys get that going up. So
Yeah, that's a cool venue too, because like, you know, usually when you do a show, you've got, you know, friends of yours that come out and watch you play and stuff. So it's like, yeah, if you have like
luckily, thank
two,
you.
if
Thank
you have
you,
like
guys.
2 tables that show up, that like not packs that place, but like it makes a difference in
Well,
that in that place. And
It
like,
makes
they
me
can-
look good.
They can
Yeah.
tell. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
And their food was awesome. They had really good food.
I'm trying to
Well,
think
that's the
of
most
what I had.
important
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
It's been a while since I've been
Because
there.
don't you usually get fed when you?
hmm
Yeah. So,
Most of the time, yeah, that's part of my compensation.
but because everybody's gonna pretty much pay the same rate, so it really doesn't matter to you where you play,
Yeah.
as long
Yeah.
as it's like, you know. So if the food is good, like that's really
Yep.
the best part for you.
And there, I would only play for 2 hours instead of 3, and you know, get like 150 and a food and beer tab.
There you
Nice.
go.
You know, that was.
That's what's up, man.
I enjoyed it. So hoping to play there again. Holly Falls, like Bar and Grill, maybe. I might try to get into.
Nice.
But yeah, good time. The Red Osier always has me
For sure.
out. They are
As soon as
so
that
good.
opens back up in the spring, I'm sure. they'll
Yeah,
be-
yeah.
Closed
There's
for the winter.
That outdoor.
just the outdoor
deck.
patio.
Yeah.
They're so good to me. There, I absolutely love playing there. So, yeah, I'll be back there definitely. But
Nice.
yeah, you'll see me. You'll see me around.
Do we have a bunch of questions, comments from the?
I mean, just really one question that's like gun related, because there's a lot. Big news just occurred. So,
Yeah, no, a lot of Josh stuff, which we,
Do you have a link to your? I'll link your website. You have a website, right, Josh?
For my music
Yeah.
page,
Booty.
but I can't easily find it.
Okay.
Because it's like one of the free Wix pages, so it's like
You're not
Jayhawk
the pastor, right?
30. What?
You search your name on Google and some pastor comes up.
No, that's him.
No, yeah, that's me.
He's
That's,
way less hairy than you.
Ordained minister.
that's my other role. that I
Yeah, just
play
Google him and then sort by hairiness.
in roleplay. Sort by
Harry descending.
Yep.
He'll be right there.
Yep.
Top result.
That's fun.
So the gun-related question we had was, do we have any new Smith & Wesson revolvers?
This new studio is awesome for a lot of reasons, but that's one that's not awesome.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We have like
I don't
there's like
know.
a Smith Model 42 out there.
Yeah.
It's
I'm gonna send you a link right now.
I want to say yes, that we do. Before every stream, we'll have to take a picture of the front counter and fuck.
We've got Smiths. Yeah.
We have a lot of Smiths,
got Smiths.
but if you've been in the last
You know what
couple
I was
weeks,
blown
it's
away
insane.
with is how many 1911s we have.
We have a lot of
Got a bunch.
We have like a dozen.
We've got good ones. too.
Yeah, right.
Good ones.
We've got a very cool. Is it even a 1911? What is
very-
the Dan Wesson thing?
Oh,
Should we even talk
The
that we
D-
have that?
the DWX.
Yeah, we have a DWX coming. It's like
oh,
a.
it's I was gonna say I didn't see that.
It's like
been
a
48
2011
I was gonna say, I
84.
didn't see that.
CZ75.
Yeah.
It's like a weird.
Joe and I checked that out at the Amchar show in Georgia in 2019.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
When I first
It's a
started
lifetime
working
ago.
here.
And we back ordered one at the Amchar show.
That's a lifetime ago.
And we are just able to get it now.
Jesus Christ.
Almost 3 years.
That's crazy. Got to be a rental, right? The first one.
I mean, if Joe does, Joe wants that thing so bad that when I told him no, it was going to be a rental, he got belligerent.
Upset.
He jacked me up against the wall,
A little angry.
by my shirt collar. Yes.
That's why we need to be filming all the time. That's the stuff we need to get.
Angry. So, Josh, I see you got a couple of handguns
I've got
right in
some.
front of you there.
Yeah.
So, talk to me about the best one.
Well,
Which one would you choose for concealed carry every day?
This one.
You can only choose one.
This one's pretty cool, man.
Camera
So
7's hooked up too, if you want to show it.
camera 7, boom.
Look at that.
So we've got a SIG P210 Target, very nice gun. My only gripe about this, it doesn't have what I would consider a target trigger. It's got a lot of take up. It's nice. It's a nice trigger.
Please.
It's a nice trigger. Oh no, I just dry fired a handgun. But I don't know if it's target to me. I'm
I
sure it could be reworked.
don't remember when the change happened, but I know there was a change when these were made, primarily in Europe,
Yeah, as
and
some
they-
kind
and
of
they-
duty
right.
gun.
And I think, the target moniker, it is a target gun, but I agree with you. Yeah, the trigger is not what you would expect.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's just got more. It's got some
The-
pre-travel, some spring.
It is probably the most targety pistol that
and
SIG makes.
then
though,
it's got
trigger.
some.
Yeah, it's not the best.
I don't know, because if you dry fire a P226 with the single action
Short
trigger,
reset trigger.
yeah,
Or-
even the SAO, yeah.
This one.
If you dry fire Josh's SAO, it has a way better trigger than that gun.
And do you know Mark III firearms? They're the ones that do all the crazy mods to high powers and stuff. They can make this trigger better.
Better than what? Better than it is right
Better
now?
than it is.
For what?
For how much money?
Yeah, I mean, like, well, yeah, like, how much? First of all, how much money is it going to cost? And then, second of all,
I would want to feel it.
How much better does
better
it need
can
to
it get?
How much better does it do? What's the gun going to do for me then?
Right.
That I can't. Because I already can't make it do everything it can do.
Right. It's already got the shortest reset, I think, on anything other than like a highly tuned like 2011.
That would be interesting to see, like you said. First of all, I want to know how much it is.
Right.
How much is that upgrade?
Yeah.
And then, I would almost want to be at a trade show and show me, okay, here's a stock one.
Yeah.
And here's yours, side by side.
Like, I think if I had a high power, I think it would be worth having them work on that, because that basically takes the high power trigger and turns it into this trigger.
That makes sense.
Because high power triggers have a very long reset, which is what throws me off when I shoot them. I do a lot of slapping because I'm like trying to let out, you know, and then come back.
Yeah.
But honestly, I'm probably at some point will own one of those MCP 35 ops, because I like those a lot.
Yeah, those Gersons are pretty cool.
I like them a lot, and they just released an optics ready one.
That's where it's at, I think.
Yeah.
That's probably the one that would be the best for the money. But yeah, my thing about, like, so you take a nice gun like your SIG, and it's an expensive gun to begin with. I mean, when you buy a handgun like that, you're paying a lot of money.
Yeah.
Relative to like a handgun, right?
Sure.
Right.
What you could spend on.
You could buy
Glock
two decent handguns for what you pay for that one very nice handgun. Right?
Sure.
So okay, and that's fine. I'm not saying you should or shouldn't do that, but then you take that handgun and you say, okay, I already know that I can't make the handgun do everything that the handgun is inherently capable of doing.
Mm-hmm.
And then I throw another couple $100 at that, and now there's even more that the gun could theoretically do, but I can still do the same amount.
You can't reach, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it does, to me, like, there's a point of diminishing returns that I would hit at that point.
Your Corvette can go
for me to
150 now instead of just 120.
Yeah, right. Like, what's the
how much more top end capability do I really need?
Yeah.
Like, how much better than me does the gun need to get?
Right.
Before it's just
rubbing
stupid.
it in.
Right. Before I just give it to somebody else who's way better than me.
You suck.
Yeah.
I don't know. That's my own personal.
Yeah.
What's that weird looking revolver thing?
This is a Chiappa Rhino, and it's the 200 DS for double stack because it has a double stack magazine. Nope, just kidding.
Right in there.
That was good. That was good.
So the cool thing about rhinos, if you guys don't know, the rhinos fire from the bottom of the cylinder. Okay, so you've got the barrel is down here, right? Like that. Fires from the bottom cylinder. So what that does for you while you're shooting is changes the recoil impulse, right? So when you shoot a normal wheel gun, normally it's going to rise before it comes back. This one just kind of, pushes back more like a semi-auto would. And these are technically striker fired, aren't they?
I'm really not.
I believe so.
I don't know enough about the mechanism, but yeah, I think that's correct.
Because the hammer didn't move.
Right.
But you could still cock it into double F. But yeah, there's a lot of moving parts in these, which makes me nervous. But they're cool. I mean,
it is definitely I don't know anyone that carries one
I'm
seriously.
Okay.
There's not a wheel gun that shoots flatter.
I'm okay.
I don't think.
They are very unique. I enjoy them. We've had one for a long time. We've had one for 7 years now, and that's always been one of those guns where a younger kid will come in and be like, there's no way you had it, but my dad said to ask anyways, do you have a Chiappa Rhino that I could see? And it's like, hold on, kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. You toss it to him, just one of those guns. Same like the 5.7. was always one of those guns too. Like,
Yes.
we've had guns like in the store's collection that like, handguns. We rent them obviously, but you don't really rent our handguns for fun like you do with our long guns. A lot of people come down to shoot our long guns because they're exotic. We have different ones that are cool.
Right.
Generally speaking, just because you need that permit, people when they come down to shoot handguns are trying to find out which one to buy. Not like, I just want to shoot a cool. There are some. We've had guys that just want to. I've never shot a full size 1911. I just want to shoot one for fun.
Yep.
That definitely happens. But yeah, we have a lot of guns. You get trades, and when you're in the industry that you enjoy, it's hard not to keep the cool stuff when it comes in.
Sure.
So yeah, we've had a Chiappa Rhino, a 6-inch version, for a number of years now, and yeah, it's always neat. Guns like that, we've had that now for a while, and when you get those in, it's either a gun that's going to sell like instantly, like it sells before it even hits the floor, or it's just going to sit here until there's going to be some guy who's going to have, what does that go for, 1050. There's gonna be a guy with $1,100 in his pocket, and he's gonna be like,
cool.
"There's no way you have one of these, but like, you ever get the Chiappa Rhino?" And we're gonna pull that out, and we'll make his day. So, I love that about this business. It's one of the fun things.
There's a gun for everybody, and somebody wants that gun. I don't, but somebody definitely does.
My final thought I was trying to think of with the P210 there, the target, is I think I like that gun the most for its aesthetic. It's just a nice looking gun.
Especially
it's very handsome.
The wooden grips,
wood
and then
grips,
that where the rear sight is, there's that just like that graceful little swoop of the slide. It's a sharp looking gun more than anything.
The checkering.
Yeah, aesthetically it's very nice to look at. But when you look at it, like, when I first saw the P210, I expected that it was going to shoot really well.
Right.
You know what I mean? When you look at it, you expect it to be, like, just looks like it would sit in your hand really nice, and it looks like it would be really accurate.
I'm sure it shoots great. I don't think I've shot one.
Really?
Maybe a long time ago. I think somebody brought in a
I was gonna say,
carry.
I was gonna say I've shot one here.
Yeah.
But it belonged to somebody.
Yeah.
And they brought it in and they showed it to me and I was like really excited about it and I thought you were here with me.
Yeah, I think that probably happened.
Yeah. That is one of the really cool things about working here is there's a lot of people that will come in and let you shoot something.
Oh, it's the best.
You never know what's gonna come through that door.
That is the best.
Sometimes they want you to shoot something that you don't want to shoot.
Pawn Stars.
That's true. That is true, though.
I've had people come in here and like they're all excited about their gun and they show it to me and I'm like, dude, that's so awesome. And they're like, do you want to shoot it? And I'm like, no, I don't have time. I'm sorry, I'm just really busy. No. No, I don't.
You're on your phone.
I don't want to.
Super busy.
Sorry, man.
I don't want to shoot your SD9V. Sorry.
Hey, you might.
You can keep your HS2000.
You might want to shoot that. Okay, so now
we have come to the
what's this?
The Rainbow Bridge again. We're back to the
quickly.
Hi.
We're creeping on that 1 minute mark, so hopefully
1 hour.
Sorry, 1 hour. Hopefully we don't get throttled too hard.
Okay. Well,
but if we do, that's why.
This is a SIG P365 in 380 ACP, and I don't know what SIG calls this finish off the top of my head, but it's got like an iridescent mirror, flashy, purple rainbow finish. It's very interesting, and it's optics cut.
It is optics cut on a 380.
Tiny little optics cut, and all of the controls are in that
weird
finish, whatever they call it. I can't recall. But it has.
If that was a 9mm, I'd rock that.
It's got a safety too. Yeah.
I think didn't we have one in 9mm too?
I don't know. There's two out there. I don't know if they're both the same or not.
Yeah, I think they're both 380s.
Lame.
There's also one out there that it has like a Master Chief type of, like battle worn green finish. Yeah.
There was a guy today that was sad that it wasn't like an actually officially licensed.
Yeah.
That it wasn't actually a Master Chief model.
It didn't say UNSC on it.
He expected it to be engraved and everything.
Yeah.
That would have been. I mean,
Came with a warthog.
dude, if they.
I'm honestly surprised more of the video game, like Treyarch. I'm surprised they haven't done that.
They don't want to get sued,
Yeah.
man. They don't want to get roped into that lawsuit, I'm sure.
Yeah.
No, because they don't. Yeah, because God forbid somebody goes out and uses that gun to do something ridiculous, and then it's like, oh, not only did they learn to do this in a video game, but then the video game sold them the gun,
Moms demand action.
licensed the gun. Yeah, so they put them in the video game.
Oh my god.
Like, no, dude, that would
My
be so bad.
God.
Yeah. No, they would get sued into oblivion.
Yeah, 100%.
Piece of
Yeah.
crazy.
Got some cool guns in. There's a lot more out on the shelf. There's a
Got some cool long guns.
we got some cool long guns.
Oh, didn't see you there.
Didn't see it.
After you're done with that, I'm gonna do something very uncharacteristic.
You are?
Yeah.
Okay. Check this thing out. This is a Henry all-weather in 44 mag / 44 special with a side gate. With a side
Very,
gate.
very sexy.
So
I didn't realize
Side
that was
gate.
a 44.
yeah, side gate 44 mag, dark laminate stock with Henry's all-weather finish. So super neat gun, super pretty, coming in at $10.99.
Super durable too. I feel like you
Beautiful
could just do
gun.
anything
Yeah.
you want with that thing. Like just drag it through the brush.
Still has the mag tube.
I love that it has both.
Yeah,
I do
that's-
too.
That's,
Yeah.
That's
Because the
the
annoying
coolest
thing
part.
with a King's Patent loading gate is unloading it.
Unloading it.
Is say
Yes.
if you had to. So I very much like that they kept.
Which is my big fear with loading them. With the standard
Yeah, you know more
magazine
about
tube,
these
is loading
than
it
I
is
do.
scary. 'Cause your hand's so close to the muzzle.
Right. An absolutely gorgeous 1895 Morocco Winchester.
Is that a takedown? It is a takedown. Right?
It is not. No, this one's not. I don't know
Oh, that'd be cool.
if they make the 1895s in a takedown anymore.
They used to.
I don't know if what the current, they might only do that in like the, what is it, like the 405 cal or the huge one, the big stick, right? This one is a 3040 Krag, which is
still around.
a unique choice, I will say, but a very historically accurate choice for this.
For the 1895, yeah.
For this platform. And man, this is a very,
Gorgeous,
very
right?
well done. Yeah, the lines on these are extremely sharp. The bluing is absolutely gorgeous. It's got a very nicely figured walnut stock here.
That's American black walnut, right? Would be
I would think so. Yeah,
Identifying wood.
It looks nice. Yep.
Yep.
That's wood.
That's wood.
Very, very nice rifle though. $15.99, and I mean 3040 Krag. Yeah, it's I don't want to say obsolete. It's been replaced, obviously, say by 30-06, but that's still a heck of a cartridge. You know, you're still talking a 180 grain bullet going fast. You know, like
26 something probably.
probably, yeah. It'll still put a wallop on it. And yeah, it's just neat. I believe that would have been the first caliber that these were offered in. Would have been 30-40 Krag or 30 Army. But yeah,
So, what makes a 95 a 95? You've got the magazine.
pretty much that. Yeah, you've got, instead of a tubular magazine, you've got a box magazine, which allowed for the use of Spitzer bullets. So the 30-06. I don't know if it was the most popular caliber, but that's kind of the most famous one. That's the one everybody would want these in, because they made them, like I said, in 30-40. They make them in 30-aught, and then there's like a 405 Winchester. That was Teddy
38,
Roosevelt's,
40, or- yeah.
Why did they-
big medicine is what he called it.
Why did I think 4570?
Probably 3220 or...
Yeah, 4570 was too big for this
yeah,
one.
I don't think they were.
Yeah, 4570
so
was too
I think it's
big.
because of the 405, and that's why I
Yeah.
was thinking.
Yeah.
So you've got the mag, and then you've also got the trigger that moves out of the way.
Yeah,
with-
the trigger is all part of that, allowing you to get the length, you know, for that bar to actually come back far enough for those extra long, you know, because 30-40 Krag is about the same length as 30-aught. So if you think of, compared to, you know, a 4570 cartridge, you know, it's
Yeah.
kind of a little chode
Or 30
compared to a 30-06
30-30
or a 30-30. Yeah,
shoulder.
yep,
Right.
yep. So, yeah, super cool. I was glad you know, we've been shifting our inventory a little bit, you know, with New York State's new, we can put that back up there, with New York State's, the semi-auto rifle permit BS that we have, we aren't selling as many semi-auto rifles anymore. Surprise, surprise, exactly what New York wanted. And because of that, I mean, obviously we can still get them, but we're just shifting, you know, whereas before we might have had 10 to 15 ARs in stock at any time. We got like 3 up there now, and it's kind of one of those, I don't see us stocking a ton of ARs again until something drastically changes.
Well, I mean, why bother? Yeah.
People that buy them
dry fire this?
get, they'll feel it. People that buy ARs are buying lowers. It's kind of the way to do.
Fight you.
Don't do it?
Don't do it.
Okay.
How far would you put the bucket out if you're going to take a shot with that thing?
Oh.
Further.
From,
Quigley.
Yeah.
Quigley down under. You gotta fit the sight up. Just lobbing them.
So cool, man. I would love to shoot a deer with this thing.
So what is that thing for the viewer at home?
Oh. This is a Sharps, a reproduction, obviously, Sharps rifle, not a carbine, made by Cimarron. Well, technically, I think made by Uberti, maybe.
I think Cimarron's the importer, aren't they?
Yeah. But 4570 with an absolutely gorgeous color case hardened job.
Is that a 28-inch barrel or a 30?
Man, I have no idea, buddy.
It's long.
But it's octagon. And it's very heavy. Oh, it's made by Arma Sport in Italy. So
this tape measure's got a lot of wear in the 4 to 6 inch range.
Yeah. Not beyond 6.
Is that 32? Would you go to the breach there?
Yeah.
32? 32, Pat.
Wow. Dude, check that thing out.
That thing
is 4570, isn't it?
4570 with a set trigger.
Yeah.
4570 with a 32-inch barrel.
Set triggers.
Get the ladder set up.
Set triggers.
Oh no.
Who's doing that?
Quite a bit. Yeah, I may have dry fired that. I was very impressed with the triggers. Nice. Set triggers, you don't see that often anymore. They seem to do a very good job, though. So,
man, I'd love to snipe a deer with that thing.
Very cool. What else we got?
Dude.
Oh, we got one more gun up there. You want to talk about that 20 gun?
Yeah. Pat wants to.
I do.
Is that your new recommendation for home defense?
I don't know if I'm going to go all the way there with you, but with you, I don't know if I'm going to go all the way there
to third base.
But I will say, a lot of people come in here and they want to know what we recommend as far as a home defense shotgun goes, and that's typically like their wording, right? They're like, I want a shotgun and I want it for home defense. And so I just wanted to take a second and kind of talk to you guys about what I would be, if I was going to recommend a shotgun for home defense, I'd probably recommend something like this. Probably recommend something with an extended magazine tube so I get as much ammunition as possible. I would probably recommend something with a synthetic stock, just subjectively I like that more. I would definitely want a Mossberg as opposed to a Remington in general, for one reason, because the
Primarily,
safety. The safety to me just makes it, much more ergonomic and user friendly no matter who's shooting it. And I would want something in 20 gauge because ammunition selection, I think, gets much more favorable for a home defense application.
I think so.
Than a 12, right? Because I talk about all the time, noise, right, is a huge factor. Muzzle flash is a big thing, especially in low light conditions. Over penetration of specific shotgun loads, and then you talk about noise indoors. I want to preserve as much of my hearing as possible. 20 gauge isn't going to be much quieter than a 12 gauge inside of your living room, but it's going to be quieter, and that will help. And recoil will definitely be better, and muzzle flash will be less. And if you're like your neighbors, then they have a better chance of not getting injured or killed.
One thing that took me a while to understand with shotguns too is, you know, a 12 gauge versus a 20 gauge is a 20 gauge weaker than a 12 gauge. And I think that's a misnomer. The difference is there's fewer pellets. If you take 20 gauge buckshot and 12 gauge buckshot, the size of buckshot, say 00 buckshot, is the same. If you open those up, the 00 buckshot in 20 gauge is the same size as 00 buckshot in 12 gauge.
It's not going to have as many pellets.
It's just not as many pellets. They come out at the same velocity, 1300, you know, depending on brand. If you get Federal, you know, 12 gauge and 20 gauge, it'll be the same, roughly. 13 to 1500, I think, like, feet per second. It's just, yeah, you'll get, like you said, maybe 6 pellets in 20 gauge, you get 9 to 12 in 20 gauge, or 12 gauge, whatever it is. So,
right.
You know, weaker, that's just, I don't know, I feel like that's the wrong, I see why people say that word, I feel like that's the wrong choice of word. I don't know the right word, but no, it's not weaker.
I know we hate recommending shotguns for home defense, and I've been there for a long time. But with this new semi-automatic rifle permit, what else are you recommending? I mean,
it's difficult because I don't want I don't necessarily.
Honestly,
70.
You load it with 44 special, man. That thing would be awesome with 44 special.
My answer is still the same as from before. Even though you need that permit to get your semi-auto rifle now, I would still say your best bet for home defense is a handgun, you know, or an AR-15 if you want to make that choice. And that's a, you know, I think more of like a situational choice maybe. But, you know, does it suck having to get that license, the permit? Sure, it does. Shouldn't have to get it. Shouldn't have to deal with that. But I hate to see someone who could get it just kind of like, well, I don't want to deal with that, so I'll just get that 20 gauge.
Yeah, just settling
like,
for...
Right, like, talking about defending your life and your family's life and your loved ones, like, you know, do what it takes.
Yeah,
but
no, absolutely.
Now, do you guys keep, like, electronic ear pro next to the bed? No?
I had ear pro, like, near the bed when I was single, and that was something that the wife was like, what are you doing? Get those out of here. Just go in the drawer, you know.
No, I don't, and honestly, like, would that be a bad idea? No, but am I going to wear it? Probably not. And if it gets knocked off my head, what am I going back to get it?
Yeah, right.
You know, like, that just introduces so many other thought processes that don't need to be there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To me, I don't know. Plus, my hearing is already pretty much shot. So
that is a tough, though. I mean, if you take a shot in your house without hearing protection,
it's gonna fucking.
You will get permanent hearing damage.
Especially with a 12 gauge.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. If you do it with a 12 gauge, your ears are probably gonna bleed, man.
It's a good argument for suppressor ownership.
100%.
You know, but
that and like hunting, because like I take ear pro with me when I'm hunting. Don't always have the opportunity to throw it on before I take a shot.
And and like, are you going to waste the opportunity to get a shot to put on your hearing protection, even in that situation where it's not your life? Right. Like, it's not even whether or not you're going to eat, because ultimately, like, even if you don't shoot a deer, you're going to eat.
Yeah. I'll just have to eat my kids.
Well, I mean, but then you get
it never came to that.
And like,
right.
So there's always that.
Thinking of this purely from a apex predator standpoint.
There you go.
My eyes
Pragmatic.
are forward for a reason.
Yeah,
I have canines. Speaking of having time to put on ear protection, I overheard some people talking in the shop today.
Oh shit!
They were talking about the age-old question about carrying in the chamber or not.
Oh jeez.
Okay? And they said they don't carry in the chamber because if a situation arises, no doubt in their mind they'll be able to find 3 seconds.
I see one. There's one right over there.
To rack that.
I got one over here. Hold on a sec.
To rack around into the chamber, and I didn't even engage because
Did he bring up the IDF, like the Israelis? Because that's usually the only thing I've ever heard.
No.
Like, well, the Israelis do it.
I didn't even feel like getting into it.
And it's like they don't do it because they want to. They do it because they have to. Like,
right.
They can't have loaded, like, their whatever disarmament thing.
Yeah.
Or, you know,
They,
DMZ thing.
Obviously, that's a huge issue.
You're right. They do that, and they look really stupid doing
and
it.
it's stupid, right?
Despite the fact they train it all the time.
Right.
If you've been watching...
But again, I think they only do it because they have to carry, what is it, Condition 3 or whatever, where it's like no mag in the gun, unloaded, or whatever it is. Like, I don't think...
they're concerned
if they had the choice, I don't think they would want that. But
that's a big no-no. For a lot of reasons. If you've been watching the stream for any amount of time, we've talked about this countless times. You don't get to choose your fight, first of all. There's a reason why people that are serious about concealed carrying train to be fast. There's a reason for that, right? Because getting that being the first person to touch a round off is the first step to surviving.
It does matter, for sure. The biggest thing from my perspective that I always try to, like, get people to realize is, like, you're always reacting from a time deficit.
Yeah.
Right? Because you're always reactive as opposed to proactive.
Mm-hmm.
You're always responding to some outside stimulus that dictates that you now have to take action, right? Because you're going to avoid taking any sort of action that involves using force until there's no longer any other alternative, right? So if you know that you're going to be proactive, then, or if you know that you're going to be reactive as opposed to proactive, then you know that you need to stack all the odds in your favor possible.
Yeah.
In order to be able to be successful. So I don't really think that anything that's going to add time into the equation is going to be helpful, personally. And it'd be the same thing if I said, like, well, I don't need to put my seatbelt on because before I get into a car accident, I'll just throw my seatbelt on
3 seconds.
Well, the assumption that most of us make is that I'm not going to get into a car accident or I'm not going to need to use my gun to begin with. So, like, nobody goes into that situation assuming that they're going to need to react or respond or whatever, right? So, it doesn't make that much sense to me.
Yeah. Not for me, dog. Not for me.
No, I can't.
Ty, what else we got over there? We're well over an hour, right?
Yeah.
And we're still doing fine?
Dave said that all I said is all I need is a phone to dial 911.
That's true.
And he is correct.
Yeah.
The government will always protect you and take care of you.
You're
so sincere.
There's how many people in Buffalo that'll tell you that?
In all of Dave's hundreds of years on this planet, we've never had to use a firearm.
Oh, shit. I don't know if you guys saw me laughing earlier, but
I wondered what
Cam had made, a very nice comment about me, like, thank you for giving me a shot because, when he's here on a Saturday, like, he loves it.
Yeah.
So, and Dave angry reacted to his comment. There were like 3
so wholesome.
There were 3 like care and heart reactions, and then I was like, "There's an angry react." I was like, "Oh my god, I bet it's Dave."
Who did that?
I bet it's Dave.
It's so funny.
And I click on it, and it was Dave. We have a question about the Holosun EPS from Rich, and we don't have one of those. I have been trying to get those since they came out because I'm very interested in one of those.
Yeah.
Very interested in one of those because it's tiny and it's fully enclosed. Joey, I'm here all day tomorrow, 9 to 7.
Open to close.
Yeah. But, we don't have any of those EPSs. Hopefully soon, but it's like one of those things. They came out last year. We still haven't seen one.
That's weird.
Some things we can get so fast.
Yes.
And some things it takes a really long time.
Like, we have a Glock 47 coming. We're not supposed to put it on the shelf until January 1st.
Right.
But like we have
Probably
the
be
new
here tomorrow.
Yeah.
But it'll be here, yeah.
But we have the new Glock 47 coming.
That's pretty cool.
You know,
It's
some
weird
of the
they're
Smiths.
It's weird they're getting rid of the
That
Glock
CSX
17.
when it came out, you got one.
Yeah.
Right?
It's weird they're getting rid of the Glock 17.
They're getting rid of the 17 MOS.
Sure.
Yeah.
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 That is weird.
Yeah, and all you're gaining is basically a full length like dust cover.
Which, yeah.
That's it. That's it.
Ty, any questions?
I'm inquiring about a new computer for this stream. Sorry.
Oh, cool.
We're going to your house tomorrow, right, Josh? Oh, it says Josh's hours tomorrow. I thought it said Josh's house tomorrow.
Oh, okay. Hang out with my chickens.
Do we have a Holocene EPS in stock?
Were you not paying attention?
No.
I told you I was inquiring about a new computer. I'm
With
sorry.
who?
Selfish.
Who is more important than us?
It's for the stream to be better.
Okay, yeah.
It's at my house, Jeremiah.
Probably to play your Fortnites.
Inquiring with Google.
You guys are so up to speed. Why don't you just start asking the questions?
Okay,
I'll
well.
just control cameras.
Let's see, what else we got? Joey Turzo made the comment about racking around into your chamber. About it's like trying to put your seatbelt on before a crash.
Yeah.
Tyler says that a lot. You know, and that's exactly what it's like.
Yeah, it's very similar.
Honestly, yeah.
Very similar, like mindset that goes into that line of thinking.
Yeah.
Yes, it would, Jeremiah. That's a great idea. I love where your head's at.
There's room.
Yeah.
Got some very nice TFP mementos up here.
Yeah, no, that's a fucking
Sniper Dan's bag is my favorite.
I think so too.
Yeah, Sniper Dan's bag is
Little
the
piece of
coolest
Dan
thing,
from the stream.
For sure.
Well,
I think it's definitely time for me.
I think it's time to call it. Yeah,
I gotta.
It's 9 o'clock.
I gotta take my old ass to bed.
Joey says, "Pocket
Thanks.
dump, go." Thank you guys for watching. Again, thank you for supporting us in my time here, and please continue to do so.
Yeah.
Yeah, what
Josh,
are we gonna do for a
you will
third
be
man on the
missed.
stream?
Yeah. It's gonna be hard. Like
I'm sure I'll be back on a stream at some point
That'll
in
be
the
fun.
future.
we'll just interview you like we have no idea who you are.
Right.
Like,
So
so tell me your
Josh.
background.
you've released a new cover of a very dirty.
Yeah, we
hip-hop song.
interview you only as an artist. Like nothing to do with the guns, just as a solo artist.
So, Josh, birds.
So, what's your favorite one?
Government
Ooh,
agents.
that little round guy.
Pick a state.
A little round guy. Oh yeah, the steak game. Classic. That's how I got Shannon to marry me.
And on that
Thanks,
note,
guys.
Bye.
I'll see you soon.
Bye.
TFP out.